Can I just say, side note, nobody prepared me for the number of wire bristles that would get shot into my legs as I knelt and wire wheeled the whole bus. So that was fun.
We're the Martins, a blended family of 6. In January 2022, we bought a bus and began our journey toward tiny living, travel, creating a life we love, and establishing redemptive communities across North America. Come along with us as we build our bus, lead worship, and live a life of adventure on mission.
All right. Oh my gosh. So much progress being made on the bus today. I'm so excited. We're finally eliminating 90% of the dust. We got everything wiped down. I ground out all of the rust using a wire wheel. We got all of the rust removed. You can see it's all nice, shiny metal. And now we are ready to start prime painting the floor. I am so excited. I can hardly stand it. So, here we go. Today is a big day. We have primed and the primer has had time to cure, and so the floor is all prepped and ready to go. We've caulked around the seams and anywhere that it we use this cool little trick, by the way. Anywhere, well, Robert went around the whole outside edge, just for extra, I guess. And then we used caulking and pennies to fill in the holes where the chair bolts were. So today we are putting in the subfloor. It's finally starting to come together. So we're just putting in 2x3s, and then we'll put in the foam board and the plywood. So super excited to see the floor go in.
As you can see here, we've got our board frames down, our 2x3s, and our foam board insulation down. And it's not screwed into the floor in any way. It's literally a floating floor. So we didn't want to make a bunch of holes in that metal underneath that we just worked so hard to get airtight and watertight, and we want it to be insulated against the elements outside, so we don't want to create a bunch of holes. So it is a floating floor, and it's just the pressure from the wood cuts against each other and the tight braced in wood that is going to hold that all together. It's not going to slide all over the place. And of course, as we build walls and furniture that sit on top of this, that floor is not going anywhere. But we used our 7.5 foam board insulation, which is 1.5 inches thick. And then our 2x3 boards, well, they're not exactly 2 inches. They're a little shy of 2 inches. So it's about a 1/4 inch difference, maybe a little more than a 1/4 inch difference between the top of the foam board and the wood framing around it. So what I'm doing here is going in with aluminum tape to tape in along the seams of the where the foam board meets the wood, and just making sure that it's absolutely airtight, that no cold air is going to get through there. If we're in a cold place or if we're in a hot place, we don't want a bunch of air leaking through between the boards and the foam board. We did cut it pretty snug, so it slid in there pretty well, but just to be extra sure, we're going in with that aluminum tape to seal off all of those seams across the whole floor. And then we'll come in and lay down our plywood on top, and the plywood will get screwed into the wood frame. And that will be our insulated subfloor. And honestly, you guys, the thing I'm most excited about with this is once the subfloor is in, I can tape out our floor plan and start getting a real feel for what our tiny home is going to look and feel like, and how the space is going to work together, and kind of start solidifying in our minds what our living quarters are going to look like. So I can't wait for you to see this.